All right, so following what I was reading on Wikisocion about the accepting and producing dichotomy, um, apparently Augusta originally said that accepting functions were about obtaining a picture of reality. So I think if I apply that to the ego block, aka the leading function, I almost see this as like, I almost conceptualize the leading in that context as being almost like the psyche's red pill. Because you have to think, it's the highest dimensionality valued function. It's in the accepting position of the block, and it's inert. It's like gatekeeping information. What's true, what's not true about the world. I guess your worldview, for the self, maybe for the sanity of the self. Maybe it's a cope. I don't know. Maybe the leading function is one big cope. But like, regardless, I think that this accepting position thing, and I don't know, maybe it's unique to this block. Like I would imagine the leading function is not always just like, it's not necessarily obviously hitting you in the face. But its tentacles spread far and wide, and it seeps into everything. It's on the implicit side, I would think, in a lot of cases. Because think, how many times do people like question someone's leading function? I don't think it's always like super overt. Now you could say, well, people just have different definitions of information metabolism elements, and that's why that happens. I mean, that's one explanation. The other is that maybe they have the same definition sometimes, and they're like, it's just literally not necessarily the most overt thing. That is maybe not as overt as you would think, but more like it's implicit in everything. It's involved in everything you do as a person. It's behind everything, maybe. But yeah, that's one way of looking at it. And it sounds like, as I was saying earlier, the creative function being in that producing position and being, I guess, the highest dimensionality contact function. Well, that's not true, because the demonstrative is actually a contact function as well, but it's not valued. I guess this gets closer to like Jack Aaron's idea of fluid interplay between the creative and demonstrative, since they're both contact, or what he would call flexible. But I guess at least according to Augusta, the contact function in the ego block would be the one sort of producing new information, and be the one making contact with the environment. Or it's almost like it's saying like that's the way you interface with the outside world. Whereas the leading function's inert and kind of like doesn't move. Maybe the creative function characterizes your interactions with people. Which still kind of works with Jack's like flexible terminology. It's it's adapting in some sense to the environment. I don't know. I gotta think about this more.